Baby, look at here. The moment that I realized the effect that folk have on your nervous system is the moment that I start being very watchful of the folk that I had around me, very observant of the folk that I had around me, very attentive of the folk that I had around me. You think I want to be around somebody that always got my nervous system all up in a panic, all stressed out, all anxious, all over there, unsure and disturbed? Baby, no, the devil is a lie. Gotta find you somebody else to play with. The moment that sit and soak and sizzle inside of your spirit, that the people around you, they affect your body, otherwise they affect your normal day-to-day health, is the moment that you will start checking your environment. You will realize that not everybody deserves access to you. Hello, somebody.
I wanna bless you with all these.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, Transform and Talk with me, Tanisha. Over here, we believe in total transformation in every area of our lives. We aim to become the best version of ourselves while not settling for less. It is a pleasure to have everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we will be talking about regulating our nervous system. Let's get right to it. Regulating the nervous system involves shifting the body out of chronic high alert, which is fight or flight response, and into a state of calm and recovery involving rest and digest response. Listen, people, places, and things being bad for our nerves is real, okay? Signs you need to regulate your nervous system are anxiety, being on edge, easily startled, restless, very tense, racing thoughts, fast heartbeat, difficulty sleeping when tired, stress, always in fight or flight mode, you don't feel safe, you're always on guard, and more and more and more. Ways to regulate your nervous system is to use your breath. Our breathing talks directly to our nervous system. Practice breathing exercises. Ground your senses. This helps when you feel overwhelmed or are stuck in your head. Move your body. Walk, dance, exercise, stretch, do Pilates. Use temperature reset. Use your voice. Vibration calms our vagus nerve, so sing, hum, or talk to someone you feel safe with. Build a daily regulation routine. That is so important. Small daily habits equal a stronger nervous system. Get regular sleep. Eat what's healthy for your body. Drink lots of water and take breaks as needed. Gather yourself and listen. Stay away from any person, place, or thing that'll get you off balance and simply get on your daggone nerves, okay? Now listen, for the record, this video also applies to me. I am a person who is always on go mode, and I have this it is what it is attitude. And guess what? I recently discovered I was doing my body a disservice and needed to regulate my nervous system on a regular basis. Okay, so we're in this together. Let us remember that health is wealth and our bodies are our temples. So let's take care of where God dwells and where we dwell, okay? All right, let's move forward in this video. Before I go, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, okay? Prayers and blessings.
Let's learn how to break and regulate your nervous system. See, you're not crazy. You might be a little batshit. Your nervous system is just tired of surviving. Come here. See, every overreaction, every shutdown, every panic spiral, it's not personality, it's protection. And you trying to protect your damn soul. That's why you just halfway damn crazy. Put it down. You know what I'm talking about. See, if you grew up around chaos, betrayal, silence, or walking on eggshells, your body learned to stay on alert. Even when the threat is gone, your system doesn't believe you're safe. Pause. Your system doesn't believe you're safe. Let me tell you how to get your shit together. Look at me in my face. Number one, get you some cold water. Splash that shit on your face first thing in the morning. It tells your brain I'm safe and I'm in control. You got that what I'm saying? You need to learn how to hum. See, the old women of the old days used to hum. You need to get back to humming. You need to hum like your grandmama used to do. Do you understand me? Hum, baby. Because the humming is putting your body in regulation. That's why you be panicking. You need to hum with a deep exhale. Let that shit go. Because this is going to activate your vagus nerve and shut down fight or flight. You got to rock your body. You know what they used to do back in the day? They used to hum and rock you. Lean with it, rock with it, motherfucker. See, that's because your nervous system is like a child and it doesn't forget. You gotta regulate that bitch. Regulation isn't peace, baby. It's power. And you don't need to be less emotional. You need to be less hijacked. Stop thinking you're broken. You're learning how to live.
If your nervous system is still all over the place, you will not hit your goals in 2026, no matter how hard you work. I'm telling you this right now. Because you still believe that the problem is that you're not doing enough. You're not lazy, clueless, or lack resources. You've just never learned how to make your mind and your body respond instead of react. But I figured it out, so I'm gonna tell you. And before you say, nah, I just need to get organized, I already know what I gotta do, I just gotta do it. Hear me out and understand that your nervous system doesn't give a damn about what you're trying to do. The only thing it cares about is keeping you safe by controlling how you think, feel, and respond. This is how it works. If your nervous system is still set up to keep you safe from all the trauma and experiences you had growing up, it will always respond to anything you do outside of what it has deemed as safe for you as a threat. And it will force you to go into self-sabotage mode to get you to fall back into safety, which are the habits you have now that you've been doing for years that your body has deemed as safe. Your nervous system and your body don't care that you want to quit and do something else. You can't just decide one day to do better and then force your body to just follow along. You have to feed your nervous system new guidelines to follow that will allow your body to naturally do the new habits that you're building. Use this as a new guideline for your nervous system. This can also be used as affirmations, but understand that I'm not asking you to chant these to yourself. You always take action from the intention of desire, prosperity, and abundance. You do not react from fear, lack, or survival.
People ask, how do you regulate your nervous system? One, you have to have coping skills. A lot of us do not have built-in coping skills. We have built-in survival skills, and so we learn to protect ourselves. We are paranoid. We overreact. We react first before thinking about how we feel. So some steps could be deep breathing first. I know that sounds silly for some people, but if you breathe and ground yourself, sometimes your body can get a chance to calm down and then you won't respond immediately. Two, find grounding skills so that when your body does calm, then you can say, what am I really feeling? What's the need here that's going missed? Why am I reacting and responding this way? Did I learn this when I was growing up? Did I learn this from a parent? We have to slow down first in order to be able to really ground ourselves.
The woman that came on here and said regulating your nervous system will fix all of your problems was 100% correct. Having anxiety, regulate. Are you having money concerns? Regulate. Are you having relationship concerns? Regulate. Our nervous system is communicating with our mind all of the time. So if you are stuck in fight or flight mode, when you are dysregulated, when you are in that survival mode, of course, your mindset is gonna be shitty and you're always gonna be concerned and you're always gonna be worrying about something. Regulating does not need to be that complicated. A lot of it is going back to the basics of like slowing down, taking deep breaths, getting sunlight, going on a walk, spending time in nature. I have a whole PDF in my bio of over 10 ways to regulate your nervous system if you want to learn more ways. And it talks about how the key to regulating is consistency. Trying to do something every day to intentionally regulate your nervous system will change your life, I promise you.
When someone has been in survival mode for so long, softness is not necessarily going to feel safe. It feels wrong because their nervous system has been trained to equate safety with control. And control was never about power, it was about protection. For years, I really didn't know that I was doing this. I thought I was being strong, independent, grounded. But what I really was hypervigilant, always scanning, always bracing, ready for something to go wrong. Because my body had been stuck in fight or flight for so long. I didn't know how to rest. And here's the thing, you can't think your way into peace, okay? You have to teach your body peace. And this is exactly what trauma and stress release breathwork does. It creates new safety patterns in your nervous system. It literally tells your body, we don't have to live in defense anymore. And when that clicks, when your body truly believes that it's safe, your energy shifts completely. You stop gripping to life and you start receiving it. You move differently, you love differently. And this is when you feel most balanced between the feminine and masculine energy.
Learn to do things slow. This is how you regulate your nervous system. Learn to do things slower. Walk slower, eat slower, talk slower, calm down. If you constantly here, there, doing this, doing that, everything super fast, this, that, fast, your nervous system has no time to catch up. Your nervous system runs off of electricity. You're literally short-circuiting yourself. Calm down, slow down. This is why things like meditation are important. Calm down, slow down. You don't have to be busy all the time. Calm down. You ever notice how when you breathe fast, your heart beating fast? But when you your heart starts to beat slower and slower. If you want to regulate your nervous system, you need to learn to do things slower so your nervous system has time to calm down.
I genuinely don't be having no desire to like over hustle. Like I feel like when I take shit slow and I just do exactly what I'm supposed to do without like over exerting myself and giving too much energy, stuff just starts to flow to me. And I feel like as women, that's what's supposed to happen to us. Like you're not supposed to be giving out so much energy, chasing things to where you feeling depleted after. I feel like when I over chase stuff and I be like over hustling, over putting in work, overly losing sleep, I be somehow backtracking. But when I balance myself, balance my emotions, balance my mindset, everything is balanced and I'm not overexerting, stuff just be falling in my lap. And I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I've been trying to balance my nervous system. I feel like a lot of times we be worked up without even knowing. Like something funny that y'all probably do that you don't even know, that's like a sign of like anxiety. If you just be squeezing your butt cheeks together unconsciously, or like your fists always balled up, your teeth always clenched, that's a sign that your nervous system is not balanced. So I just been trying to consciously just slow my life down, slow my nervous system down. And like ever since, blessings just been flowing to me. Like when I was over hustling, I wasn't getting half these blessings, literally.
If you want to heal your nervous system, you're going to have to stop moving like the house is on fire. Right now I'm making shepherd's pie. I've got jazz music on. And even still, I have to consciously remind myself to drop my shoulders, relax my jaw, and move slower. There's no race to get dinner done. I think it's not talked about enough that we have to create an environment that's conducive to healing. And when we're constantly moving super quickly and we're overstimulated and we're running super quickly for no reason, we are signaling danger to our brain. We are telling our brain, hey, you need to stay on high alert. Keep bracing, keep sending danger signals, keep sending pain signals, keep sending me anxiety, keep sending me insomnia, because we need to stay alert. There is an active threat in our environment. This is such a simple shift.
What they don't tell you about your nervous system is that when you start healing, everything that your nervous system has been suppressing to keep you safe starts to come back when you start to feel safe. Before I started healing my nervous system, I was working 2 jobs comfortably. I was working out 7 days a week comfortably. I had no issue with it. When I started to heal my nervous system, I had no motivation to do any of those things. I did not care to go to work anymore. I did not care to work out anymore. I just wanted to lay in my bed. Because what they don't tell you is you're processing years of trauma that your body has not felt safe enough to bring to the surface, because your nervous system and your brain keeps you safe. So until you feel safe, it will not bring these things up. It could be 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years later. I'm having repressed memories from the time I was 6. Things I never addressed in my life are coming up at 33. So be patient, be loving with yourself. If you feel like you need to take a day, take 2. Because healing your nervous system is something that I was like, in my opinion, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna heal my nervous system. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be that bitch. I was crying. I've been crying. I be crying all the time. I cry every day because it's just like, now my body feels safe enough to release those emotions. Now my body feels safe enough to express itself. So it's a good thing, but also just be prepared that you will not be the same person.
And while you're building your dream life and becoming your dream woman, sis, and you're connected with God and you're doing your thing, don't forget to regulate that nervous system. Because you're not used to this life. You're not used to having good things. And in your brain's going to keep thinking, ooh, this feels like this is uncomfortable just because it's good. Just because it's safe. Just because it's consistent. And all of a sudden, you're going to want to self-sabotage in things that God has ordained for you, that God has given you, and He has given you these blessings. And all of a sudden, you're going to self-sabotage and run into old cycles because your nervous system is dysregulated. And your nervous system misses the chaos. And your nervous system is begging you to go back into the environment that's known, which is not good. And so while you're doing this, sis, regulate that nervous system.
So one thing I noticed since moving abroad is, baby, I'm outside. I'm outside. I'm always outside. You know why? Because I finally feel peace. I can feel it in my body. My whole nervous system feels different. My nervous system is saying, Lonnie, finally, we're not fighting for our life. We're not dodging and ducking bullets. We outside around friendly people. We're not in the midst of chaos. We don't have to see and hear people fighting all day and arguing all day. We peace. So I'm outside. I'm outside. I'm outside. And I don't have to feel guilty about being outside. Finally, in my life, I don't have to fight and be in chaos.
We don't talk about enough is how our nervous system is running the show. Even when you think you're in control, when you grow up in survival mode, chaos becomes your baseline. Your body learns to expect disappointment. It learns to expect conflict or instability. So now, even when life is calm, you feel off. You wait for something to go wrong. You overthink, you shut down, you get very overwhelmed by the smallest things because your system has never been taught how to feel safe. And regulating your nervous system is not just deep breathing and meditation. It's teaching your body that you are no longer in danger. It's giving yourself the safety you didn't get as a child. That looks like slowing down when your body is telling you to rush. It looks like choosing yourself without guilt. It looks like pausing before reacting instead of letting old patterns take the wheel. It looks like reminding yourself, I am safe. I am supported. I am allowed to take up space.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to date someone who's good for your nervous system, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a life that's going to be far beyond this person. And when you come home at the end of the day, you need someone who's going to help you feel grounded, who's going to make you less stressed, not add to it. Okay. And if you have someone who's just going to add to the problems that life will bring you, then you don't need to be with that person, because life's hard enough. Date someone who's good for your nervous system.
There's really people out here that are so fucked up. They literally use your turmoil to regulate their own nervous system. You didn't know that, huh? Well, let me educate you real quick. And this probably gonna make a lot of situations in your life make sense. A lot of us in the world, especially nowadays in modern times, we have dysregulated nervous systems because we don't live like how we supposed to as human beings. And some people are so filled with so much insecurity, pride, and ego that they figured out that if I just make someone else feel lesser than me, that makes me feel good and it regulates their nervous system. When I found this shit out, I was like, what the fuck? That would explain what a hater is. That would explain a lot of situations in your life where you feel like people just didn't like you for no reason. And the craziest part is they probably seen something in you that they don't see in themselves, but you don't see it. So they try to keep you from seeing it, and that makes them feel good. What the fuck? Now, after learning that, I want you to listen to my words carefully now. Reading is fundamental. Reading is fun-to-mental. You get me?
Okay, so how do you actually regulate your nervous system? Now, most people will tell you to do meditation and breath work and grounding, and while all of those things can be helpful, they're just tools. They're not the actual solution. The truth is, you cannot heal in the same environment that makes you sick. If your job is triggering you every day, if your relationships are filled with tension and disrespect, if your neighborhood has you in a constant state of hypervigilance, no amount of breath work is going to undo that. The real work is removing the actual triggers completely, because the only true way to regulate your nervous system is to stop putting it in situations that keep you in fight or flight. I had to learn that the hard way. The 9-to-5 grind was breaking my body down. I mean, I was constantly overwhelmed. I was constantly overstimulated. I was constantly overworked. So I had to get creative. I had to build a new way of living that actually fit me. Another example, I grew up in the hood. I'm from the Bronx. I was always in a constant state of hypervigilance because gang violence, crime, all of that was very normal. That wreaked havoc on my nervous system, constantly walking around in a state of paranoia. I knew early on that I needed to get out of my neighborhood because survival mode became my baseline, and there's no way that you can hear your intuition when you're living in a constant state of danger 24/7. Even with family and friends, if they drained me energetically and emotionally, if they raised my blood pressure, if they had me in a constant state of anxiety, I had no choice but to take a step back, no matter how deep the history was. Healing isn't just about adding rituals, okay? It's about subtracting everything that keeps you dysregulated.
We be so caught up on fight or flight that we don't understand there's another option. Do nothing. Fight, flight, or do nothing. And that's what a healed nervous system is. When you know how to absolutely do nothing. When you understand, I don't have to respond to this. I don't have to go back and forth with you. I don't have to answer your question. I don't have to respond to this situation. I don't have to panic. I don't have to fight or flight. I can just breathe. How about that? Just breathing. And that's what a healthy, balanced nervous system is knowing that sometimes you just gotta breathe. And that's why our brain doesn't know, our nervous system doesn't know the difference between when we're really in danger and when a nigga's cheating on us. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You need your nervous system for the times that you are actually in danger and somebody literally has a gun up to your head. That's what that's for. That's why you need to heal your nervous system, okay? You have to tell yourself you're not in danger.
And it's taken me over 10 plus years to finally figure out how to articulate this. How I was able to survive the burnout that comes from overstimulation, trauma triggers, just overall lack of boundaries. The type of burnout that gives you anxiety and even depression. So I want to leave you with 6 micro shifts, things that you can start to do today to help regulate your nervous system and get you back on track from the inside out. First thing you want to do is in the mornings, lower your cognitive load. Stop scrolling on your phone. Stop listening to music with lyrics in it. You listening to people talk and you're listening to lyrics that are basically giving you like a heightened sense of anxiety first thing in the morning. Stop doing that. The next thing you want to do is shorten conversations with people that piss you off and spike your heart rate. Now, there's some people in your life that you absolutely can't avoid, whether it's family, whether it's work, but keep those conversations to a minimum. Pay attention to your triggers. The third thing you want to do, make sure you're eating food that is not fighting you back. Put something in your stomach before you have caffeine. You're starting the day with fruit and protein, not juice, not sugar, not pancakes, but eggs, okay? The next thing you want to do is use rest as a boundary, not a reward. Don't drive yourself crazy and then you feel like you have to just crash out. Make sure you are scheduling rest as part of your to-do list. Rest is something that is a boundary and you need to be doing, you need to be focused on. The next thing you want to do is no is a complete sentence. Stop over-explaining yourself. No, let your nose be your nose. And then lastly, number 6, make sure you are listening to yourself before you are listening to the opinions of others.
A lot of you do not need more time to heal. You need experiences that will show your nervous system a new reality. I heard that quote today and it hit home because I feel like there comes a point where you have to trust in the work that you've done, the healing, the therapy, everything you've done. You've raised your standards, you've changed the beliefs, you've let go of things that don't serve you. A lot of the time, to protect our peace, we actually end up isolating ourselves and we don't have these new experiences, that exposure to what the universe can actually bring to us. And once you've done this work, you've changed your energy, you've changed your frequency. Watch when you get out there what kind of people and situations come to you now, what kind of things you attract into your life now. But you have to trust and be open. Trust in the work that you've done, because there will also be tests, there will also be things that come, people and situations that arise that we know aren't good for us. But watch how you react now. There is going to be a big change in the way you react to people and situations that do not serve you. You'll be able to clock it quicker. You'll be able to say no with confidence. You won't second guess yourself. You won't people please and do things for other people or for societal pressures. You will do what you want to do. You will have more confidence in yourself, and your nervous system, your inner child will know it's safe. I'm good. I'm protected. I don't need to worry. I don't need to isolate. I don't need to worry about what could be out there or what could hurt me. I'm good. I trust that only things that are in alignment with my highest good and greatest joy will come. And if anything comes up that isn't for me, that is my opportunity. That is also for my highest good and greatest joy, because it's an opportunity for me to respond in this new way from this healed, self-assured, confident place.
Listen to me. In 2026, your nervous system will be healed. Did you hear what I just said? I said in 2026, your nervous system is going to be healed. Let me tell you what God has done. He's hit the reboot button and He is resetting your emotions. He's regulating your mind and He is empowering your spirit. Listen to me. What shook you before does not have the power to shake you again. Because then, fear was your Goliath, but now, peace is your David. Now you can stand firm in victory. All year long, I want you to stand firm in victory.
Nobody can tell me